If you've built something that you spent your life dreaming of building and you're still not fulfilled, if you still don't have that deeper sense of satisfaction and you're wondering why, I'm going to give you a model in today's video that's going to help you understand why the thing you built that was supposed to fulfill you doesn't feel the way you imagined it was going to feel. I'm going to talk about the future of work and what you need to understand to remain relevant and employable in the future. And I'm going to talk to you about how we built the Ring brand so that you can apply it to whatever you're building in your own life. So let's get right into it. There's a lot to cover. This video is only 15 minutes, so you can get back to whatever you've been hustling on today. And the first piece is, why do you not feel more fulfilled after having achieved a position that maybe you spent your whole life dreaming of reaching? Whether you're the CEO or whether you're still climbing the ladder. You know, a lot of the time we think that the satisfaction that we seek is after that next promotion or after that next level or after the big acquisition or after this next milestone, and it goes on. And eventually a lot of us hit a point around midlife where we feel like we kind of did everything that we thought there was to do to achieve that satisfaction that we imagined eventually we were going to reach, and we still don't feel it. And then we become a little bit disenchanted because we're like, what else is there? I'm the CEO. I'm a billionaire. I run the whole world, and I'm still not feeling the way I thought I was going to feel. Maybe this is just the way life feels, and I just have to accept that life just feels dissatisfying. No! Life does not just feel dissatisfying. You've been lied to. Been led to believe that fulfillment doesn't exist. And I didn't believe that life purpose was a real thing. So, why do you feel this way? Well, welcome to my new show. First of all, this is the Designed Self. And the Designed Self is about redesigning yourself. It's about the most important design project of your life, which is yourself. Thanks for joining me in my office today. Are you ready to redesign yourself? Do you think it's possible to redesign yourself? Guess what? All you are, all your identity is, all your personality is a collection of habits. And there are habits that you picked up along the road of life. Some of them serve you. Some of them move you towards what you want. Some of them move you away from what you want. But at the end of the day, all you are is a collection of habits. When you think of it that way, you realize that it's easy to reinvent yourself. All of your personality is an expression of what you've learned throughout your life. Yes, some of it's innate. There's some qualities, some things about you that are a product of your nature. But who's to say how much is nature, how much is nurture? We still have not quite cracked that code. And I know that you can completely reinvent yourself because I reinvented myself. I don't feel the same way about myself as I used to. I don't see myself the same way, and I don't see the world the same way. And so you're here having achieved everything, or having achieved the thing that you thought was going to fill you up, and you still don't feel that way. There's only one, what's the word I'm looking for? There's only one thing left to conquer. That's your inner world. It's yourself. It's who you're being, who you're showing up as to yourself, and how you're greeting the world. So there's two things I want you to know about. This is a model to help you understand the journey of personal transformation, which is something you've done throughout your life, by the way. Every role you've ever stepped into, every position of authority you've ever assumed, everything major that you've ever achieved has been an act of personal transformation. You became someone new through the act of doing it, because before you did it, you weren't someone who was able to do that thing. And then you did it, and you became a bigger version of yourself. Well, maybe the reason you're here watching this video is because the universe, yes, I believe the universe talks to us. And the universe is inside of us. We're each our own universe. The universe is calling to you to become something new, to step into the next evolution of yourself. And that evolution, that next evolution, isn't about achieving something outside of yourself. It's about stepping into something new within yourself, so that whatever new things you achieve and accomplish outside of yourself are an expression of something that wants to come through you, and not just something coming from your own head. Because that's what midlife is about. It's about allowing ourselves to become a vehicle for something that wants to be expressed through us, becoming a vehicle for something greater, for the universe itself to express itself through us. So anyway, what's this model? It's called the default and the design. And this is a core principle of the design self, which is all about personal reinvention. Because your identity, who you are, who you show up as, is the core of the impact you're going to make in this world. And when you start with your identity, and you don't think that when I achieve something in the world, then I'm going to be the person I want to be, but you realize that through becoming, through stepping into who I am meant to be, then things that I shape in the world will flow naturally through me. It's about going from thinking that once I have the things I want, that I'll feel the way I want to feel, flipping that model and saying, if I learn to feel the way I want to feel today, then I'll attract a different type of thing into my life, and I'll have a different type of impact, and it will lead me to feel more fulfilled and do what it is I really came here to do. So that's what this show is all about. That's what the design self is all about. It's not about just reinventing yourself to run away from a version of yourself that you don't like. It's about becoming who you really are, so that the things you create in the world become an expression of a deeper purpose and a deeper calling. So what is the default? The default is who you are today. It's everything that you've come to believe about the world. It's the state of your life right now. And it's the state of the world right now. The default is what exists right now. The design is what you're moving towards. The design is the world that you're creating. And you, however old you are, wherever you are on your journey, you have the power to shape the world in the most miraculous and expansive ways that you can imagine, because we all have that power within us. Look at what Gandhi achieved by just sitting in full lotus and harnessing the power of the universe to act through him and influence reality itself. Gandhi understood the nature of reality. That's why he achieved so much, seemingly through doing so little. And you can achieve the same thing by realizing who you really are, by understanding the true power that you hold inside of you. I get excited about this stuff. And I want you to be excited too about what you still have the potential to become. So, what is the design that you are moving towards? And an important thing to know about this is, first of all, this show is about helping you move from the default to the design. Your default is what you have. It's what you believe about business and the world, and what you believe about yourself and how you show up. The design is how you want to show up, who you want to be, what you want your life to look like, and what you want the world to look like. So the first thing to know is that the default has a pull to it. The default is kind of like the force of gravity. It's always pulling us back. It's always pulling us down, because we like familiarity. We like safety, repetition. These things are safe to our reptilian brains, to the more primitive parts of our brain. But the more evolved parts of your brain, want to create change, want to experience new things, want to express yourself in new ways. And that's what the design is all about. So whatever you're creating, the way we built a $1 billion startup was through leaning into the design. Every one of us, as we built Ring, stepped into something new every day for years because we had a leader who was stepping into new ways of being every day and who empowered us to keep thinking bigger, keep dreaming bigger, keep expanding ourselves, keep taking new risks, and to know the value that we offered. That's the second pillar of brand. Yesterday I talked about the 3 pillars of brand. The first pillar of brand is story. What's your story? Because your story is valuable. People care about your story. People want to know who you are, why you're doing what you're doing, where you came from, and what you're doing next. The next pillar of a great brand is value. And it's more important than ever to start thinking about your personal brand. I'm here building my personal brand. All that means is I'm showing up in the world in a way that is an expression of who I believe I really am and what I came here to do, which is help people understand themselves more deeply, help people understand more about personal transformation, and help more people understand about business. Because we're coming into a future where if you don't understand about the basics of business, you don't understand about how to build a personal brand, you're at risk of becoming irrelevant, getting left behind, not getting to play the role that you could play in shaping the future that we're moving into. So what does your design look like? And how are you going to move towards it? Knowing that there's a pull to the default. We all have a pull to the default for different reasons. And I'll get more into this another time. But today is about value. You're more valuable than you realize. And whether you have a company that sells products or whether you just want to put yourself out in the world as someone who can help people, understanding your value, understanding how to communicate your value is key. Every successful brand brings value to the world. Every successful marketer, every successful business person has thought deeply into what is the deepest value and the most unique value I can provide. At Ring, we knew our value. We were clear on the value we offered. And an important thing to know is that your value isn't your product. Your value is what you make possible for people. And we created an experience that made complex devices. There were no friendly connected devices at the time. We had to figure out what a friendly connected device looked like. And then everyone who came along after us stole all our ideas and copied us, and no one realized that. But we did it first. We figured out that if you wanted people to feel engaged in the world, that they needed a way to understand technology, and they needed to be able to understand these new technologies that were evolving and promising to help change your life in ways that could create more convenience and ease and safety. And so our value came from understanding who we were serving and what they really needed, what they really struggled with, what their fears were, and then shaping product experiences around that. And that's some of the work I do with leaders now, is helping leaders and help creative teams more deeply understand their customers and understand what the real needs are. Because most people don't actually understand what they offer. They think it's what they offer on the surface, but it goes deeper than that. So when you can understand what you really offer as either a company or as an individual, then you can wrap that into the story that you tell and help people understand how you're able to offer something that no one else can. The future of work is going to be all about finding opportunities to, and it's already becoming this, finding opportunities to give your value and give your gifts in ways that have never been done before. It's not going to be about getting jobs anymore. And if you're hiring people, it's not going to be about hiring people in roles in the same way that we've become accustomed to. It's going to be about bringing people on to share their their gifts and their unique abilities to help you shape what you're doing, just like I'm doing here or trying to do here. We're coming into a different world than what any of us have ever known before. And this is the greatest opportunity than ever to step into whatever it is you've spent your life dreaming of stepping into. It's not too late. You're actually right on time. Thanks for watching episode 8 of The Designed Self, all about helping you start thinking about the most important design project of your life, which is yourself. It's never too late to reinvent yourself. It's never too late to take charge of who you really came here to be. And I'm excited to walk this journey with you, help you on the journey of reinventing yourself, your team, your company, your industry, and the world, because it's time to have an impact on the world and change it in all the ways it needs to be changed, because I believe in a better future. I believe in a future where we really honor what a wonderful, a miraculous world we live in. And it starts with respecting and understanding people, creating a world informed and fueled by empathy. So I appreciate you. I appreciate you and your story and your gifts. And I look forward to being here, walking this journey with you every day. Reach out. Let's talk, because none of us have to walk this journey on our own. So I'll see you tomorrow for episode 9. I'm Elliot. This is The Designed Self.